What we're doing here today is fitting this Roca steel bathtub. It's 1500 millimeters long. Now this is going to be my do-it-yourself method. It may not be in compliance with the 30-year trade guys, but this is going to be my version of how to do it. Perhaps you can tell me where I'm going wrong, guys, in the comments. This is our Roca 1500 millimeters pressed steel bath, and I'm just fitting the legs that come supplied with it. Just follow the instructions and fit the legs onto these little slots which are welded onto the bath. Okay, we've got our legs fitted to the bath. The trick is to not put too much pressure on the legs if you can help it. So I'm going to try and pick the whole thing up in one and just carry it over and put it safely down in position. So that's where it's going to go, and what we're going to do now is level it by adjusting the legs and see if we can get it level when we put the spirit level along the top edge. Now what I'm going to do now is tighten up the legs, tighten up these back screws and mark where the holes are, and we'll bring the bath out, drill some holes, put some raw plugs in so that we can screw the bath down when we're ready to do that. Now I've got it roughly level now, with a bit of fiddling about. Hopefully the camera's showing this in the best possible light. Always turn the spirit level round so you're coming at it from two sides. And that's about level. Now you can go and buy a laser level if you want. Spend the money, and we never had those in the olden days. So we're happy enough with that for now. Because this bathtub is going in an existing hole that has been cut out, I'm going to let the tub go back into that hole because it's up against the brickwork and it's nice and steady in there, and it'll be even better when we screw the feet down. I've got one little concern, and that is that there may not be much room behind the taps. Once we get some tiles on there, that could end up being a little bit tight. But what I'm going to do now is probably see if we can find a little bit of something to fill these to fill in these extra spaces. Now, as far as I can tell, the thickness of this bathtub is, it looks like 28 to me. So we come this way, it looks like 28 because the lip underneath does not fold away square, it actually tapers down a bit. Yeah, I'm going to call that 28 millimeters. Right, I'm going to work from that line 28 millimeters down, and that's where I'm going to fix my baton. Right, that's on there then. We've used brown plugs. I think you need a 8 or 9 mil masonry bit, and we've got some 2.5 inch 12s. Probably gone overkill on this, guys, but this is what was lying around, so that is well and truly on there now. And we're nearly ready to put the bath back in. What I found was on some of these things, I think they're for holding the bath to the wall. I'm not quite sure if that's going to work, but taking the precaution of drilling a hole and plugging it, just in case that comes in handy shortly. We've drilled out and plugged these holes. Obviously they need to be just shorten these plugs using the usual special shortening tool. And we're just about ready to put the bath in. I'm using these roughly about an inch screws, inch and a bit, quite thick chunky things, and we're improvising so we can get some access to that screw by using the socket set with the screw head in it. I've just loosely got this pedestal basin standing in its more or less finished position, so we can see where the boxing's going to have to go to hide that drainage pipe work. Obviously this thing will go. I've marked a line on the wall, and we will put some batten on the floor as well, and we'll create a box. The pipe work will stick out the top of it and the drainage, so there's access, but of course that's the whole point of the pedestal, it will be mostly hidden. Right, so that we can get the bath framework in the right place, what I'm doing here is coming down from the edge of the bath with the level, marked a line on the floor, and then the lip of the bath is about 10 millimeters, which is that thickness. Then we've got the thickness of our sheet material, which I'm doing left-handedly. So now we can see where the frame will need to be screwed to the floor. I hope I've made that perfectly clear. Fitting this boxing is a cow of a job, but it's got to be done. So this is our preliminary work here using tile batten. The other thing is arranging the bath panel and the framework that the bath panel might want to go against. Obviously the underside of your bath is not flat, it's rounded in actual fact, so whichever style timber you decide to put up in there, it's not really going to fit nicely. So I've beveled off the back of this piece of whatever that is, I don't know what it is, 30 something by about 22 or something, and we've created a couple of little mini studs to hold that in position. Now this is not the easiest thing to film, but that's going to go up under there. We created some little mini studs using that tile baton, even cut out little shoulders. Yes, that is a bit of blood there, guys, but nothing to worry about. And the idea is that this little mini stud will sit there. You're not going to get that much pressure underneath here because of the rounded nature of the underside of the bath rim. Now this little mini stud, same thing, cut a shoulder out, is going to go roughly there somewhere. I've used 3x2 along the floor level there, mostly because I have run out of the tile baton. You could fix your 3x2 down with little brackets rather than drill right through into the floor. You could use angle brackets on the inside like that if you wanted to, if you felt it was easier. And of course, you don't always have to do this sort of joint, but it may be a DIY job, but we can still do it nicely, can't we? Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you found that moderately interesting. That's just a DIY method of fixing a bathtub into a bathroom. Yes, I do realise that fixing the taps before you install the bath is a good idea. I thought I'd do it differently this time so that when we come to do the silicone, you get a nice cut at it, because in the past squirting silicone behind the taps has always looked a bit messy, to be quite honest. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you found it interesting. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be good. You'll be able to see what else we get up to in our DIY methods. And I think it's tiling next.